wake up in the morning, I get on my knees. I did learn from the Master, he taught me to pray. I read on from the scriptures, the patience of Job. Keep on your faith and live with hope. Jesus is the Redeemer and friend, the only comforter when you feel you are alone. He will be there when you cry out. Keep on your faith and live with hope. When you get into trouble, lift up your head and look up to the mountains where your help comes from. You surely have a refuge all night, all day. Keep on your faith and live with hope. Jesus is the Redeemer and friend, the only comforter when you feel you are alone. He will be there when you cry out. Keep on your faith and live with hope. Why don't you trust in him? He's faithful and true. He promised to take us home on his soon return. Hold on and never look back. Believe in his word. Keep on your faith and live with hope. Jesus is the Redeemer and friend, the only comforter when you feel you are alone. He will be there when you cry out. Keep on your faith and live with hope. Jesus is the Redeemer and friend, the only comforter when you feel you are alone. He will be there when you cry out. Keep on your faith and live with hope. He will be there when you cry out. Keep on your faith and live with hope. He will be there when you cry out. Keep on your faith and live with hope. He will be there when you cry out. Keep on your faith and live with hope. He will be there when you cry out. Keep on your faith and live with hope.
Lord, you know my wicked nature. Lord, you know my sinful stature. I can hide it from my friends, but you, Lord, read through my heart. Lord, you know my wicked nature. Lord, you know my sinful stature. I can hide it from my friends, but you, Lord, read through my heart. Forgive me, oh Lord, wash away my sins, create in me, God, a clean heart. Forgive me, oh Lord, wash away my sins, create in me, God, a clean heart. All the things you do in secret, all the things you do alone, shall be known when he cometh on that great judgment day. All the things you do in secret, all the things you do, our Lord, shall be known when He cometh on that great judgment day. All the things you do in secret, all the things you do, our Lord, shall be known when He cometh on that great judgment day. So help me to be faithful, Lord, help me to be true, so I may be an example and lead many to Christ. So help me to be faithful, Lord, help me to be true, so I may be an example and lead many to Christ.
Greetings, brethren. It is my singular honor to welcome you to the Literature Evangelism Rally Week, brought to you by the Publishing Ministries Department. Our theme for the year is entitled, I Will Go Sharing Hope. Our motivation is Matthew 24 verse 14, which says, and this gospel of the kingdom will be preached in all the world, and then the end will come. Our main focus for the week is to take us through a series of devotional books which are set aside by the church for people of all ages to be reading, and as well as sharing hope in the communities in which they are living. So our aim is to make an impact through literature awareness, and as such, Pastor Marere, a renowned literature evangelist, will go through this series of devotional books and other related literature that is found in our local church library. The main focus of the Rally Week is our book of the year, which is entitled Hope for Troubled Times, How to Thrive in a Shattered World, written by Mark Findlay. This book comprises 8 chapters, all which are uniquely written to contribute to a total message of sharing hope to people in these troubled times. As we all know, the COVID-19 pandemic was a unprecedented phenomena which brought about drastic changes in people's lives to such an extent that it also brought about some negative effects on our spiritual life. As such, this book is meant to provide us with coping strategies for first how to live in a shattered world, a turbulent environment, and also how to share hope with others. So the book is available in hard copies, which shall be distributed by the church, hopefully in the third quarter of the year. It is also available in a free electronic download online, and also in audio and a braille version. And as such, we hope that members of the church in the various social media platform will use this book to share hope in their spaces that they are in. We hope, as the Publishing Ministries Department, that all members of the church will partake of this vision, where Ellen White saw streams of light going throughout the world. So by us as Adventists sharing hope in our communities. Happy viewing, and thank you.
Greetings, my friends. I welcome you to our publishing program, whereby we promote the reading of the Bible and other books that promote our spiritual growth. For this moment and today, I have brought to you the book of the year, written by Mark Finley by the title, Hope for Troubled Time. As for the moment, the book is in the printing process. Very soon, it is going to be available in its abundance. So, others may ask, what is the book of the year? That is a book that we will be using as distribution free literature. It's good for us, and it's also good for our friends and neighbors, including workmates. So, for this year, we are going to be reading the book Hope for Troubled Times, the book that is relevant for the time. I can say this is the book for the current situations that you are living in. This book was written by the author called Mark Finley. He wrote this book last year, 2020, in the midst of pandemic of COVID-19. So, in the book, this one, he will be talking about what can you do to survive. Because his theme is saying how to thrive in a shattered world. When I just started this book, I only managed to print few pages of the copies of this book, but very soon you will have it in hard copies. This book to me, it's a counseling book. This book to me, it's a book for those who are even going through a depression, who are in deep stress caused by the environment. So, for the moment that I have, I will just discuss a bit about the titles that are found in this book as a way of authenticating the book, its importance, its importance and its necessities. In the book, in chapter 1, the author stresses about pandemics. Are they a case? Why pandemic? Where is God when COVID-19 hit the greater part of the world? So he talks about pandemics, he talks about pestilences, and he also talks about prophecy. On the part of prophecy, personally, I enjoyed much because at my workplace, I am at the call center for a Bible study program that is Second Coming of Christ. The most frequent asked question is, what is the position of COVID-19 as it relates to prophecy? Is the world going to end very soon? Is COVID-19 anything to do with the mark of the beast? A lot of people, they ask me. So, in case you've got over that question, I recommend you to have this copy. Chapter 2, the author will be talking about overcoming fear, worry, and anxiety. Are you worried? Do you have some worrisome issues? There is victory to overcome that fear. So, to me, this book is also therapeutic. It provides some mental health solutions to any fear that you have. And also the author in chapter 3 writes about discovered the ultimate vaccine. These days in the news everywhere, people are talking about the vaccine. So, what is the ultimate vaccine to the current challenges? Another, in chapter 4, the author discusses about thriving in life's toughest times. Our generation, we are among those people who have lived in the hardest times, in the toughest times of this world. In chapter 5, the author talks about staying healthy in a sick world. The greater population, the greater numbers of our world today, they are sick. But how can you live health while at least others are troubled by different sicknesses? In chapter 6, the author will be discussing about the day after the day after. So what's coming after? That's the greatest question a lot of people has. In chapter 7, how to survive when the economy collapses. This pandemic of COVID-19 affected a lot of economies of this world. So, you and me, how can we survive? Then, chapter 8, which is the last chapter, a place of eternal security. Where do we find security in these times that you are living. So this book, Hope for Troubled Times, it's only a 96-page booklet that is very relevant, that is very helpful, that will assist you and me. So the program for this book is that we are going to have a mass distribution for this book. So I advise you to purchase your copy, to purchase copies for anyone. Imagine in your area there are those people who have been affected by COVID-19. Some, they even died. People need hope. Our world needs hope. So we need hope. Everyone is crying for hope. So I recommend you to set a budget for these copies so that when you identify someone who have got some shattered hopes, disturbances, it helps. Those who have lost their loved one, this copy will help. Those who are broke, who have got employment in a project, which have been affected to the extent of being terminated as a result of this pandemic, there is also hope for them. So this year we are just saying hope for troubled times. You can say after me, hope for troubled times. That is the book of the year. Have your own copy, have your own copies, and distribute it to your neighbor, to your friend, to anyone who may need some help as far as hope is concerned. May God bless you.
Harijino hatinga jiwe sese dakara taona Jesu ungetashingirira kare kare dufuna mojapera tichazo jiwe sesa kare kare tashikeyo Harijino hatinga jiwe sese dakara taona Jesu ungetashingirira kare kare dufuna mojapera tichazo jiwe sesa kare kare tashikeyo Tezi wenu oya nebiri Tayumbiri takunda Aroya to imbira Nebiri to imbiri takunda Tendi wenu oya nebiri Tayumbiri takunda Latino shingaira sekunge muvengi okunda tenzi chitirirei kare kare kuchema marwazo zapera tichazo jiwisisa kare kare tashikeyo mambo edu Latino shingaira Sekunge muvengi wakunda Tenzi chitirwirei Kare kare kuchema marwazo zapera Tichazo jiwisisa kare kare tashikeyo Tenzi wedu oya Tayumbiri takunda Tezi wenu oya To imbira Nebiri To imbiri takunda Tezi wenu oya
Jesu muriruva repa Sharoni nasindino uya dipeyongura ishenda ona vanhu varasanzira nyika yavafadza vanopembera nhasi ndinochema isheni kwamuri tinzirewo tsitsi tinodanyasha nhasi ndinochema isheni kwamuri tinzirewo tsitsi tinodanyasha.
Oh, ishe handiri kugara opane upokana ekaino yonanga kumawere tinodanyasha pamuri vanhu vese vari kuparara. Oh, ishe vari kuchema baba tinodao kuva nemwi kumusha werunyararo ndinovuya moyo inorema baba tinyaradze ishe wangu tinzwire tsitsi baba tinodanyasha tinovuya nemoyo inorema oh tinzwire tsitsi yevenutsai moyo tinodanyasha oh nyika yatitambudza tinodanyasha baba uyai kute misodzi pamatama yedu tinodanyasha baba.
Jerusalem, munzimu watu, motu yokala, anguweguya. Jerusalem, munzimu watu, motu yokala, anguweguya.
Jerusalem, munzimu watu, motu yokala, anguweguya. Oh Jerusalem, munzimu watu, motu yokala, anguweguya. Ogunyina kulila, ku Jerusalem, motu yokala, anguweguya. Ogunyina kujiswa, ku Jerusalem, motu yokala, anguweguya. Oh Jerusalem, munzimu watu, motu yokala, anguweguya. Oh Jerusalem, munzimu watu, motu yokala, anguweguya. Ogunyina kujiswa, ku Jerusalem, motu yokala, anguweguya.
Jerusalem, munzimu watu, motu lindira wangabambiwa ndisweguza kumatalililo anyinga tugatangale a Jesu. Jerusalem, munzimu watu, motu lindira wangabambiwa ndisaguza kumataligilo anyira tugatangale a Jesu
Helema
twagusiga
Helema
tuyokomana tugatangala nguwe tuyokomana twagusiga tuyokomana tugatangala nguwe Jerusalema munzi mubotu motu yokala
Oh Jerusalem, Jerusalem, muzimu botu. Oh Jerusalem, muzimu botu. Motu yokala, hallelujah. Oh Jerusalem, muzimu botu. Motu yokala, hallelujah. Utajali mwenzuma Jerusalema Otuyokala Hallelujah Jerusalema Jerusalema Otuyokala Hallelujah
Sayani mozi ula salala Belele imana mbelele Jesu Sayani mozi ula salala Belele imana mbelele Jesu Tuyosegelela kwa njira Tuyojitauga kwa zunga Tuyotangala nguwe Tuyosegelela kwa njira Tuyojitauga kwa zunga Tuyotangala nguwe
Sayoni
muzimu watu
Sayoni Oh Sayoni Oh Sayoni
muzimu watu
Sayoni Oh Sayoni Kunyinagulira Kunyinaguziswa Umunzi wangolite Umunzi watisomyo Kunyinagulira Kunyinaguziswa Kalombo yankavego Kuzayone Utabayandi malife Sayoni ngufri Oh Sayoni Utabayani malife Sayoni ngufri Sayoni ngufri Sayoni ngufri Sayoni mahala Oh Sayoni mahala Oh Sayoni Hey
Sayoni muzimu watu Sayoni ngotulindira Sayoni ulamwega Sayoni
Oh Zion, oh Zion, oh Zion, hey.
Jerusalema munzimu watu motu yokala
Oh Jerusalem, Jerusalem,